Hey guys, it is Saturday. Well, it's like just after 12, I think, here. And as you see, we have a naked little baby, Abigail, here. And so I wanted to do this video. There's a reason why she's naked. Um, I never did an actual details video of this baby, and I thought it would be a great time to do it since I've done a bazillion other videos of her. And I just wanted to share all of her details and the amazing sculpting that went into this baby. So I figured today would be a good day. It is snowing outside. It's blustery, blowy, and yeah, so I wanted to do this. So here she is. So I have talked lots in great detail about Romie's babies, about Claire Taylor babies. I've talked about everybody's babies. And, you know, Claire Taylor is one of my most favorite baby sculpting artists out there. And then, you know, I have to say, now so is Romie Strydom, because I absolutely love this baby. I love the details about her. I love how she is sculpted, like her body. I mean, we all know she has a beautiful face. Romie has she makes the prettiest baby faces, I have to say. And I've always been a fan of her faces, but not necessarily a fan of some of the body styles. And I'm really funny about, with a full body silicone, I want the baby to be proportionate. I want the baby to look realistic. And with this body especially that she used for this baby, I tell you what, I absolutely, I love the realism that she's captured in this particular baby. So I'm going to kind of go over all those things. But one of the first things I want to show you that I noticed actually in my friend Amanda's video of her sweet baby girl, little Katie, who has the same body but a different head that she's used for that edition. And one of the things I noticed, and this is very realistic of a true young baby, is the actual sloping of the higher chest to the way that it slopes down. Like they're higher up at the chest. I don't know how to describe it really other than it's the angle in which, and I'm going to try to capture that. It's just the way that it's sloped down towards her bottom side, and the way that her chest angles up. I don't know how to describe it other than it looks very real when you see a newborn baby or a younger baby lying on their back. So it's just, you know, because it's sloped higher up here, and that's very, very realistic of what a real baby looks like laying there. So that I noticed a while back on one of her videos, and I thought, oh wow, that's really cool, because, you know, usually the side profile of most full body silicone dolls sometimes aren't as proportionate as you hope them to be. And, you know, I've heard lots of artists talk about how hard it is to do everything in proportion to a live living baby. And not every baby is proportionally the same. So, but generally there are rules of thumbs that artists follow when they're trying to sculpt a baby to look like a living baby. But Romie has captured definitely a very realistic looking baby with this baby. So yes, she's naked. She's a doll. For those that are offended by it, you know, don't watch the video. That's all I can tell you, because this is a details video, and I don't want to just be like, nope, I'm not going to show you. So her sweet little face, and I'm sorry because it really is really bad weather outside, so it's funky kind of lighting because it's artificial lighting in here. So I'm going to do the best I can to portray her coloring and details. I will do another video when we see sun again, but that'll probably be a little while. So she has beautiful rooted mohair, but it feels like human hair. It feels like baby human hair. I don't know how else to describe that, but it's amazing. She has rooted eyebrows and eyelashes, which I'm a huge fan of. If it's one thing that I love, is really nicely done baby eyebrows. We see rooted lashes all the time, so that's not unusual, but it's rare that you see as well done as I see now. I've seen a few now that I really think are awesome. I know Serenity's baby has the rooted eyebrows as well. And it's like the coolest thing ever because that adds so much to the realism. If someone's glancing at your baby and you see, you know, you've got rooted hair, rooted eyebrows, eyelashes, more likely to which you can fool somebody with. Because she really does look alive when you're looking even close. I mean, I've had dolls that looked great from afar, but when you look at them up close, they lost some sort of realism because they looked more like a doll. But I can say that the silicone is smooth and beautiful, just close up as far away, doesn't matter. She's got gorgeous skin. Romie did just a tremendous job with the smooth quality of her silicone. There's no like real rough spots or anything on her face, and that's like the focal point that everybody's gonna see and notice immediately. Her mouth is very, very well sculpted. She has baby gums up in there, and she has a little tongue in there. So her mouth is sculpted. I'm not a huge pacifier fan. I never really have been. With some babies more because I didn't love their mouth shape or something, but this little baby has the most realistic and beautiful lips and mouth on her. I love her little face without a pacifier on it or in it. So I generally don't tend to use a pacifier because I love how she looks without, but I can use a pacifier if I want to. You'll see she has lots of modeling. And for the age the baby's supposed to be, 0 to 3 months, modeling is, you know, pretty standard what most babies look like, especially if they're naked and they're a little cold. My babies always looked kind of like this whenever I undressed them. Not as much in the summertime when it's hot, but, you know, when they're little and it's cold out. Yeah, so I'm a fan of that. I like how she's painted. She's coming across more modeled on the camera than she actually is in person. So when I'm looking at her in person, it's more subtle, but it really is showing up because of the artificial light, I think. But yeah, so then we have cute little hands, and she has the armature, so you can straighten and bend her arms. She's got, I'm casting a shadow, so I apologize. She's got little armpits. And of course her other hand. She has an open hand. And she's colored the nails so that they're like an off color because, you know, they're not like tipped. They're tipped, but they're not tipped in white. It's like an off white because our nails aren't like exactly white. So it looks more natural, I think. So I really like that. Yeah, I like her hands. I mean, I've had lots of babies with different posed hands and things like that. But these are cute. They're cute. And she also has, here's another thing that I kind of have a pet peeve about. Positioning of the baby's nipples. Okay, bad word to say, I guess, on YouTube, I don't know. But the spacing of, the positioning of, these are just where they should be compared, you know, not every baby has them in the same spot. I get that. We're all different. But, you know, from what I've actually pulled out pictures of my babies and so realistic. So I love to compare my dolls to like my living babies when they were little. Just because I want to see how realistic these artists are getting. So I look at these things. So like I said, to those that are watching, if you're going to be offended by the baby parts that I'm talking about, just don't watch the video. It's a precursor for, it is a details video, and this is an anatomically correct doll. So therefore I'm going to share. Then we have this amazing belly button. Okay. With the wrinkling of the skin, the softness, like I'm telling you, she did like the best little belly button I've seen on most any doll. I truly, truly love this little belly button. I think it's so cute and so realistic. And also, once again, placement of the belly button. So sometimes they're a little too high. I think that the placement of everything and where she put the parts are all correct, and they're very, very cute. And here, of course, are her little girly bits. And she's in the froggy leg position, so that's why her little knees are up. Which, one thing I love about smaller, younger babies is when they have their legs drawn up. I love that about them. I just do. I just love that. So her little legs, and I can show you right here. It's like, it looks like extra powder, but it's not. I've actually talked to Romie about it. It's actually extra matting, which will come off over time, where she says that sometimes happens when you're going to mat the silicone and it gets a little extra on there. So I just generally kind of leave it alone, and eventually it will come off and it won't be as powdery looking. Not a whole lot I'm going to mess with, just because I don't want to mess with anything and damage her or do anything, but she said it's just fine, so I'm not worried about it. So if you ever see that in my videos, it looks like excess powder, but it's just the matting. And then her cute little baby feet. Like, she's got the chubby little feet, chubby little rolls, like these little rolls. I just love babies with chubby leg rolls anyways, because my kids were not skinny babies. So I enjoy a good plump baby. Just because I just do. All right, I'm going to put you guys down for a second, and I'm going to flip her over and lay her on her tummy so you guys can see her little backside. Let's see. Let's turn it this way. And she's a heavy baby. I still haven't weighed her to know like how heavy she really is, but she's definitely a heavy little girl. She's got some hat head, bed head, whatever you want to call it. And I'll tell you what, this baby, even though she's heavy, she's so sweet to cuddle. She really, really is. I really love that she's super cuddly and her silicone is so soft. So here she is laying on her tummy, and she's well modeled on her back as well. And her head fits her neck joint really, really well. I like that it's not like gaping, like it moves around and there's a little bit of a give there, and there's a little bit of like, you know, where it pulls out from the neck, but for the most part it fits the neck very, very well. Also a pet peeve of mine when the necks don't look right when they're attached to the head. And then of course her little bottom. She has the cutest little butt. And like I said before, like she's coming across way more modeled than she looks in person, and I don't know why that is. It's just the lighting more than likely. But then, you know, the backs of her little legs. She's so precious. I love her. I really think that Romie did such a good job when she created this little baby. And believe it or not, I know this is details, but she has a little butthole. I don't think I've ever seen that on a doll or sculpted that way on a doll. So I just thought that was really interesting that that she actually has that much detail. I mean, right down to her girl parts. And I think that's awesome. If you're going to do a doll, and you're going to do an anatomically correct doll, why wouldn't you want everything to be detailed? That's why we like these babies, you know? So, you know, that's kind of what you get. And I'm fixing her hair because I messed up her hair when I laid her on her tummy. I'm really funny about messy hair with my babies. I don't know why. Bugs me, I guess. So there she is, guys. I'm hoping that gives you, you know, a greater detail of how beautifully made this baby is. I cannot even imagine. I'm trying to imagine what type of amount of work goes into creating a baby like this, and I can't wrap my head around it because it's just got to be so much. It's crazy to me, but she really is like having a living baby in the house that doesn't, except she doesn't eat, she doesn't poop, and she really doesn't cry. But I love her. I think she's really amazing. I think Romie did a fantastic job when she created this baby. I love her. So there she is, guys. I wanted to share her with you because I had not done a proper details video of this gorgeous baby. Oh, I didn't show you her ears. Sorry. There are her ears. They're like very deep too. Like you could stick a Q-tip down in there like you would a real ear. Not that you're supposed to, but yeah, pretty amazing. All right, guys, I'm going to stop rambling. There is my Romie Strydom beautiful full body silicone baby girl. Kaylin Rose edition. She's number 3 in the edition, and now Abigail, and I love her. So there you go. All right, you'll see us soon. We'll probably do a changing video soon. So we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.